live, gorgeous people in here. And, well, you guys are already at home. You all know how TNT works, right? So I'm just going to give a quick introduction to everybody watching on YouTube, this immersion in here. If you're curious about how TNT works and how you can come here, you just hit the link that's in the description of this video, talkandtalk.com.br. You can have a 7-day free trial for you to test immersions, the classes. And here in the immersions, you just have to follow 3 simple rules. Rule number 1 is, this right now is not a class, okay? I'm a teacher, I just finished the class. João was there, he learned a little bit with us today about gonna, shoulda, coulda, tryna. But right here, right now, he's going to practice what he learned. I'm not going to teach him anything. Right, João?
Okay.
So we're here, but I'm here to speak in English, to learn English. How am I going to learn if this is not a class? You're going to learn by observing Ricardo speaking, by observing how Pedro speaks, how Jefferson speaks, by how I speak, how João speak, by learning the stories, by getting the structures, by learning vocabulary, and by putting your English to practice in here. So this is rule number 1. Rule number 2 is we do not correct you around here. So we're not going to correct anybody. We are free to make mistakes and especially to learn from them. So in here on Talk and Talk, we're not going to be correcting you guys. And also, rule number 3 is we're going to be respectful to one another. We've got a lot of different people here with different backgrounds, with different upbringings, with different graduations and areas of work and stories and experiences. And that's cool. That's amazing because we're going to have a lot of different points of views, a lot of different experiences being shared in here. So, and we're going to be respectful to one another while doing that, even when we don't agree with each other. Okay. So I'm going to be leaving the questions in the chat right about now. Have you guys received it?
Yeah.
Alrighty then. Okay, let's start by how we always do the introductions, which is also question number 1. I'm going alphabetical here today. So we've got, we start by Jay. Jefferson, would you introduce yourself to us, please?
Okay, good morning, guys. I'm Jefferson. I'm living in Goiânia, Goiás, the most beautiful city of Brazil. I'm the handsome here in this meeting. I'm economist and professor of Catholic University of Goiás. It's a pleasure to be here with this beautiful morning.
All right. Very good. Mr. Handsome, nice to have you here. What about you, Joe? Would you introduce yourself to us, please?
I'm 22 years old. I do biological science, bachelor in biological science in UERJ. I live in Rio de Janeiro. And it's it.
Great. It's nice to have you here with us in the immersion. Hope you enjoy having us here. And alphabetically speaking, it's my turn. So I'm Junior. I'm 20 years old. I'm an English teacher. I'm also an English teacher, content creator. That's also a social media analyst that does a little bit of community management. So I'm Julius. I've got a lot of jobs. I've been here on Talk and Talk for about almost 3 years now. It's been 2.5 years already. It's been a long while. And it's amazing being able to be here with you guys, seeing you guys progressing in your English, progressing in English myself. It's really amazing, this experience in here. And that's pretty much it. Now, alphabetically speaking, Pedro goes first. Pedro.
Yeah. So it's a pleasure to meet you all. I'm Pedro Coutinho. 28, from Poços de Caldas, Minas Gerais. Currently living in Guarulhos. Last year I was living in Goiânia, and I totally agree with Jefferson. Amazing city, the best capital until this moment for me. But I disagree with the part that the most handsome, but okay, let's keep this part. And I'm a production engineer, graduated at Facamp Campinas. Is there where I still live my mother, my siblings, and my girlfriend, and we have been dating for 7 years, and we just got engaged. So I'm planning to marry next year or 2024, and it's a pleasure.
Hey, nice. I didn't know you were engaged. Congrats.
Yeah, thank you.
That's really cool. Hope you guys have an amazing marriage, wedding. All right. And now, last but not least, Mr. Ricardo, would you introduce
Sorry,
yourself, please?
I have to answer the phone. I'm sorry, guys.
All righty then. Okay. So Ricardo's identity is going to continue a secret to us as we move on to question number 2. João, do you know any type of alternative treatments? Tell us what you know about it, about alternative treatments, alternative medicine.
I don't know this yet. Alternative treatment. It's the what medical.
Yes, medical alternative treatments, like not the ones we use, like going to the hospital and getting pills or this kind of stuff, but the people like that try to cure diseases with plants, with rituals, or this kind of stuff.
Yeah, I work for it because but I'm study the treatment for sepsis. I don't know if you know sepsis. It's the it's difficult to explain, but in English. But it's a answer immunology I don't know, resposta desregulada do nosso organismo, vamos dizer assim, imunidade imunológica.
All right.
So I'm studied, and many people using medicines, plants, and I think it's necessary for us use some medicine plants, but in some cases I think it's inútil because have a drugs, no, have a have a, I don't know, medicamentos, fármacos.
Yeah, drugs, medicine.
Drugs, have drugs for it, so you don't you don't need to invent some drugs. For example, I'm using banana with boulder, whatever.
Banana with boulder is a new one. This one I haven't seen yet.
Yeah. I think it's.
All right, good. What about you, Pedro? What do you know about alternative treatments?
Well, I don't know a lot. I'm a fan of the traditional medicine, but I think the most the most important, I think, are the flowers and herbs, because, for example, the traditional people, the oldest people, the indigenous people, the tribes in the past, they used that a lot, and this is something that really helps. And they produce today's the medicine with this base, but they improved this, so it's not more only the flower, only the herb. Today they have more chemical components to improve that. So I think they use it the past to improve and get something more strong and more effectiveness. And I also know about, for example, spiritual surgery. So there are people that do things in that type to get improved, to get better. I don't think this help, for example, for me, for example, is something that I don't will do. But if help for other persons, good. Helping is the most important. And is it?
All right. I've got a few thoughts on that, but I'm gonna ask the rest of the guys first. Jefferson, what do you think and what do you know about alternative treatments?
Well. I think that the best alternative treatment to have good health, to run, to walk, good vegetables, fruits, to be calm. But sometimes this is not the case. And sometimes I use acupuncture. It's involved insertions of very, you have thin needles through your skin at strategic points of your body. I think this is a traditional Chinese medicine. It's very interesting with needles. And when I have chronic pains condition, like, for example, back or neck pain, something like this. And I use, not now, a long time ago, 3 years ago. Now I prefer to, my only alternative is to have a good food and to think about my mind. And I think that's it. So my choice is acupuncture.
Nice, that's really good. I've always wondered what acupuncture was like having needles on your body, a lot of needles. I'm not a big fan of needles myself, so for me it sounds weird, but it also sounds like it's relaxing.
But interesting because you have the needles through your skin at strategic point, and then you to rest in a bed with good music, and you will spend at least 30 minutes to think about something. So it's cool, it's relaxed, it's dope.
Cool. Awesome. That's really great. And welcome back, Mr. Ricardo.
Well, sorry, guys. I should I introduce myself or go to the questions? I think
Now we can go straight to the question.
Question 2.
Number 2,
Well,
yes. Do you know any type of alternative treatments, and what do you know about them?
Well, I don't know if you could tell that's the alternative treatment, but is acupuncture could be, although this technique have more than 5,000 years, and I tell on China, I think, is the source of this technique. Well, a lot of people mention that is provides good results. I think there are some others, but well, I prefer that this technique, other techniques, have medical guarantee. Could be about the results. But I could mention acupuncture because there are a lot of proofs, I think, is in this case. How about Jefferson? They tell about the handsome guy because he had your hair cutted, so I think he's the more beautiful today, I think.
Not beautiful, handsome. Beautiful
No,
is just for a woman, not
but
for a
in your
man.
okay, but in your
Oh,
case,
fun.
it's more beautiful because so nice that she could.
You never say beautiful for a man, guy.
Ah,
Never.
come on.
Handsome, come on.
It's possible. It's possible.
What do we do? If a person calls me beautiful, handsome, gorgeous, any word goes as long as it's a compliment.
Yeah.
As long as
Gorgeous
it's
is okay.
because it's really rare. So when it happens, I don't even care about the word. Guys, something Pedro said, I'm going to copy his sentence. I am a big fan of traditional medicine, but it's weird thinking that the kind of medicine that's being practiced for thousands of years, like different types of massages, treatments with plants, with teas, with acupuncture and yoga and a lot of other things that has been used for thousands of years, is considered alternative, and the medicine with chemicals, with penicillin, with drugs and this kind of stuff that has only existed for around like 200 years, it's considered the traditional one. It's weird to think about that. That the one that's
I don't think. I think that is the normal process. For example, is development. Is like technology. They are scientists using and improving this the whole time. They are searching about that, or they are find new ways to getting better. So you can stop in the past and say, oh, this was used, so this is the traditional, this is the common, so we will need to use that. I think it's the opposite. We need to try new, to create more vaccines, to create more technologies. So the world is improving, the technology is improving, and this help us to achieve new steps. So the medicine achieved today new levels of development. So we have things that we didn't have in the past. So because that they used a lot of things like herbs. So, but today the effectiveness about a tea and a pill, they are completely different. So because that, I think the scientists they are doing well.
Yeah, but that's the interesting part, because think about 200 years ago when people were first inventing things like penicillin, dipyron, and the things like using teas, herbs. These were the common practices, and then people started using this kind of stuff. So a few hundred years ago, using these drugs we use nowadays that are traditional and common to us was considered something alternative, because it was something totally new that people didn't understand. So thinking about these dynamics,
the
is really
traditional is
interesting.
changing.
Yeah.
But you must think too that alternative medicine, not just this, massage, tai chi, a lot of teas that you can drink, with pills, with medicine. When you're not so good, you may drink pills, medicine, traditional medicine. That's the point.
But I do know a lot of like alternative treatments, a lot of kinds of different teas and stuff people use. My mom used to give us like this mix of garlic with honey and propolis and onion and a lot of different stuff cooked together.
Is amazing to code. My grandmother did the same.
I drink this every day.
Ooh.
Every day. With honey, yeah.
Yeah, I have the biggest problem with propolis. I hate it. I wanted to erase the existence of the person that created it. Oh, it gives me chills. But I know it's good.
Yeah.
But I do know a lot of kinds of treatments. I think it's nice to use them because even though fact we have like proven effectiveness of drugs we have nowadays, they take a toll in the body because most of them are very heavy chemicals, and they're going to, you know, strain your body a little bit. So I think the most you can take care of yourself without having to go for the chemical treatments, I think it's the best, because this way you're not gonna, you know, tire your system so much. Question number 3 is interesting. Why, Ricardo, do people use alternative medicine?
I think it's certainly that's about, well, the traditional medicine come the expected results cure or another thing. I think I wonder that if you get good results from traditional medicine, I think the people don't search for another kind of. I think that's it, in my opinion. Oh, could be. I could mention another another question. Some people don't like to medicine, traditional medicine, like pills or other things, because you could bring how do you say, side effects, no? In this case, I don't know. If you take a cup of tea, for example, I have a ache on my stomach. In this case, I could take a cup of tea, because if you take some pills, it's possible I have side effects. That's the both reasons, in my opinion.
Alrighty.
How about you, Mr. Jefferson?
First, I will disagree the term alternative. I don't believe in alternative. I think all this kind of medicine is complementary. In my case, it's not alternative. As Pedro was talking, it's very interesting. Where you have a profound pain, you must to have the conventional treatment. Sorry. But to have something that's not so good, you can go to Tai Chi Chuan, massage, and something like this. So to answer this question, I think the people use alternative medicine because they are dissatisfied in some way with conventional treatment. They're not satisfied. So they see alternative offer more personal autonomy or control over health care decisions or something like this, or develops or the worldview of life. I have a lot of guys, a lot of friends with the worldview of life, of values of societies, values about medicine, and go on.
That's amazing. What do you say, João? Why do you think people use alternative medicine?
First, I think the persons today use it because the culture. So I think if the person uses an alternative treatment that is ineffective, it will not be good or bad. It will be indifferent. So I think it all depends on what the person is going past. No, what the person is going through and needs. If the person is necessary at the moment, so to then see if this treatment is effective or not. So I think but normally the alternative medicine, it's really necessary for the people, because it is change the mind, the person, and sometimes it's vou dizer isso, melhor, a pessoa melhora psicologicamente, vamos dizer assim.
Yeah.
Eu não sei dizer isso. Então, so I think it's good. If other person think good, it's good.
Yeah, a lot of people go for this belief as well, like that some of the treatments in alternative medicine, they have a bigger impact on the psyche than on the body itself, and that the psychological part influences a lot of how your body behaves, and if you believe you're getting better, you might get better.
Totally.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And what do you say, Pedro? What do you think people use?
My point, they have a lot of alternative medicine, and I think they do that without many reasons, but I think the most important is the thing that you just said. People believe in that, so there are beliefs. So if you believe in something, I think this will help for you. So if you say, oh, this will work for me, this literally will work for you. So I think the people, for example, say, oh, I will do that, I will get better. And then the psychology of this person say, oh, I'm getting better, and the physical get better together. So I think this has a strong connection. So you need to believe in things to do these things. And the other reason is about, for example, medicine are a thing that is artificial. The people create that. So sometimes people are trying something more natural, and medicine, sometimes they are harmful for body. They are called drugs. So instead, I'm much more you use drugs and medicine, more strong your body becomes with more weak your body comes with new grips or new sickness. So your body, they get used to this medicine. So in the next time, this medicine will not be so effectiveness. So sometimes you avoid this to have something more natural to maintain your status quo, if you can say that way. So I think there are a lot of reasons, but I think the two more important are to try something more natural, and because I believe in that this alternative medicine, and I think this will have for me. Is this?
Yeah. I think the belief counts a lot, right? There is a big psychological effect on your body of what you think if something's gonna believe or not, if you're gonna get better or not. And I think it's pretty much like proven that if you like your psychological state changes, even if you're doing the alternative or traditional treatment, sometimes your state of mind helps a lot on your recovery, on the process of getting better. So I do think that in both ways it helps a lot. But as you guys said, the traditional medicine nowadays, doing ERMs, going through those machines that work with radiation, the chemicals used in meds, they take a lot of your body and they weaken your what's the name of it? Your system, you know. Many times, I don't know if you guys have already felt that, but every time I go through a treatment for something, I feel after the treatment, I'm exhausted because not only I fought the disease, but I had to take the effects from the medicines. So after a while, you you're not sick anymore, but you're still feeling exhausted. So it takes a while for you to fully recover from a treatment or something. Meanwhile, most times when we go for treatments with natural things on other ways, after the treatment, you're going to feel more energized. You're going to feel relaxed, and you're going to feel better actually after the treatment, after getting rid of the disease. So I think that's also a way of like.
So you must boost your immune system. That's the better way.
Exactly.
To boost, yeah.
Yeah, and that's another thing as well. The alternative medicine focus a lot on boosting your immune system, on getting you healthy before you get any disease, so you're stronger to fight them, rather than the traditional medicine that focuses on fighting the disease when you already have it. So that's a good choice for, that's a bonus for the alternative medicine, right?
Yeah. I think is the main difference between the both is, well, for the traditional medicine is necessary a lot of time to prove the results. Oh, in case of the alternative medicine is not necessary sometimes, a lot of times. Oh, could it be a placebo effect, for example? So in this case, is not sure about that. So I think is the traditional medicine. There are some protection because the doctors don't respect sometimes because they want to earn money. Okay, that's it. But it's not possible to regular medicine. For example, when you generate or create a new medicine, it's necessary normally 10 years to sell this thing, this technique or this medicine. In case it's not the name is not so good, alternative medicine, because probably the regular medicine don't have more than 5,000 years, like acupuncture, for example. So I think is, well, everyone should search the best for yourself. But I think is sometimes if you want to results, is necessary to search for regular medicine because is more focus in the results. And if you don't have good results, maybe it's possible to search another one. I think if you have a headache, the most part of the people, you search in the box, the medicine box in your house. Oh, I need some pills. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think is, well, I don't know, but I think it's difficult to, please, could me put some agulha, I don't remember the name, in part of my body. Needles, yeah. So
Yeah,
I think I have a friend of mine. Your mother is a PhD in acupuncture. I don't know if you exist, but it exists. Just made a master degree in Brazil and they made a trip to the China to made a PhD. And sometimes a friend of mine tell me, wow, my nose is broken because some flu or something like that. And your mother put the new and a couple of years, a couple of hours ago, a couple of hours later, the problem was solved. That's weird, but it's happened.
Just to add something, I have a doctor called Fernando. He's PhD in PhD, and the traditional and the alternative.
Yeah,
Both. It's very
Exactly.
interesting because, as I said, I think it's complementary and not alternative.
uh-huh.
Yeah, that's really interesting. The point of view of like, because there is a prejudice. A lot of people have prejudice with the alternative, and I think that's why the name stuck with alternative medicine, because a lot of people have prejudice with some of the practices that are held into some types of alternative medicines. So I think that's why the name stuck so much as being alternative. But yeah, I think it's interesting that when the medicines fail, when the traditional medicines fail, then people try anything. If you say you have to jump on the rain, the person starts jumping on the rain. So I think at the end of the day, people just want to get better. But when we are in our comfort zone, it's very easy to look with prejudice eyes to something, right? Going on the line of what we've been discussing here, question number 4 is, go ahead.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, going on the line of what we've been discussing here, question number 4 asks, is alternative medicine better than conventional medicine? Why or why not?
I don't agree with this term, alternative. Like alternative, it's alternative therapies. I think this is kind of prejudice. I don't agree. I don't think alternative medicine is alternative therapies. I don't agree. I don't agree with this kind of thing. Because for me, it's complementary. But the point is, how do you feel comfortable? Do you think use therapy, you feel better? It's okay. If reducing symptoms or side effects, you can choose both. If you feel in control, okay. If you feel more comfortable about this, okay. And about Rufino said, if you stay positive, it's okay. And if you look for a cure, it's okay. So for me, the point is not what is better or not better. I think the most important thing, you must to boost your immune system and to feel good to do the work that you need to do day by day.
Alrighty. So we're going to exclude the term alternative medicine. Let's use Pedro, do you think complementary medicine is better than conventional one?
Yeah, I think this is, and I disagree and don't disagree with Jefferson, because okay, I think everything is everything is alternative, so you can do both. But scientists, doctors, they are studying what is the bestest way that is proven that is the bestest, but can be not the bestest for everyone. Okay, but for the most people, this is the recommend treatment. So they will say, if you have this, the recommend is this treatment. You can do another. It's no problem. You can do. If this work for you, do that. But the thing that is proven that is most effectiveness is what they will call like conventional. So they will recommend the conventional every time, because this will solve the problem in the most of the time. But there are times that the people don't feel comfortable with that. So this conventional don't solve my problem. So I will find an alternative option and another option, something that also can help me and maybe will help. But so it's totally different person for person. But I believe that the treatment that is most effectiveness proved, it will be ours, the conventional medicine.
Yeah. Well, I think point of view takes a lot of place in there. Like, what might be alternative to me might not be alternative to you, and like it's different. Because for me, I might there's also a general view. In the general view, if we say what's the most common nowadays, the scientific medicine would be the most common, the traditional way. But it also takes a lot on the points of view. I might cure my headache with a bag of ice. You might cure your headache with teas, and the other person might cure their headache with vanilza, né?
Or
Yeah, but this,
drinking beers, the case of
yeah,
my
but
friend. When
for me,
he
this,
has a headache, he used to drink beer.
yeah, but this for me is about statistics. So you can do everything that helps, but we need to look the statistics. A lot of people, the most of people will use one kind of way. So this will be the conventional. All others are alternative, and they literally can help. So this for you said, so I will use this every time. For me, this is the conventional. But when you're talking the world and the community, there is a conventional that is settled because it's statistic, man.
But what you said just brought me a great question that's not here. I'm gonna make you guys, we're gonna finish with this question, but let me ask the other guys before. João, do you think alternative medicine is better than conventional medicine? Why or why not?
Depends of case, because if you use if you have a treatment that has proven its effective, why would you use a treatment that has no proven effectiveness? It works, it does not work, it's independent, because in my case, we are seeing if a particular medicine plant can treat people who have sepsis associated encephalopathy. That's what I studied. So if the person uses the tea of the plants, it's possible or no or not that the tea plants. I don't know if say that form, but that's it. So if the person uses the tea of the plants, it's possible or not comprove the efficiency. So it depends. The yoga, the acupuncture, I see a lot of efficiency of the acupuncture for the treatment anxiety. I don't know speak.
Anxiety, yeah.
So I think necessary, but not should to release it. The treatment, the conventional medicine for to alternative medicine. I think I don't know if you understand, but
I kind of understand. There's like, there ain't like the better, the best one or the worst one. There's efficiency. If you have a treatment, like there's more efficient than another, why would you take the less efficient one? That's kind of like what you want to say. Yeah, makes sense. And what do you say, Ricardo?
Uh, well, I think is sometimes it's difficult to I think is some parts of our health, particular the mental health diseases or problems like anxious, depressed, something. Sometimes it's difficult to receive a good results in this area. I think is how do you say, as you say, if you people receive good results in this area, probably the people don't search for alternative, or as the people say, alternative medicine. So in this case, I think is sometimes I watch a lot of people telling books and other things. 80% of the mankind have some problems, mental problems like anxious and the other things. So in this case, I think is the regular medicine don't provide good results yet. So I think is the people needed to search for another things, and I think is possible to receive good results, but it's not exactly, oh, I could make a kind of package and I could sell for something. Oh, you needed to improve your life. Is you necessarily invest more in your personal life? For example, do the exercise, eat healthy food, and maybe do the therapy and something. So sometimes is the problem is so difficult to face, and the people sometimes some people take a lot of pills, and these pills bring another side effects. And oh, for example, the people take a lot of pills, and for example, suddenly appears a stomach ache, and it's necessary another pill to control the problem in the stomach. And sometimes the guy is taking, I don't know, tons of pills. So this case sometimes, oh, I needed to search for another kind of help. I don't know, maybe
Yeah.
yoga, do yoga or other things. That's it.
It's like a credit card. Once you started using, you can never get away of it. There's always something new. But yeah, it's pretty common. A person takes medicine for something, then they have to take another medicine to fight the side effects of the first one, and then it's a endless cycle. And what you guys have been saying, it's really interesting because, like, okay, so sometimes I have to take a medicine for another medicine. There's different kinds of effectiveness. The traditional medicine, the modern medicine we have nowadays with drugs, with vaccines and everything, it's proven by science to be the most effective way. But also, are they trying other stuff? Have they been trying to prove effectiveness in alternative medicine as well? So I came up with a final question for us in here that is, do you think the medical industry is money biased? Why do I think of that? Because it's very difficult for you to monetize in a big scale on treatments like teas, because they have to be natural things that you need to make them from the plants. It's not something you can just sell on a small package in the supermarket, on the pharmacy. You can't sell a masseuse, you can't sell a person to go to your house to do you a treatment with a massage, with Tai Chi, with you can't, it's very difficult for you to do a treatment with acupuncture in large scale. but it's very easy for you to just make drugs and sell them. So do you guys think that the medical industry is money biased? They won't prove efficiency on alternative medicine because it's not good for the industry. It's not going to make money for the big pharma industries. The guys think this is true? Am I just creating a conspiracy theory here?
Junior, can I see the question? One question.
Sure, I send it on the chat.
What's the bias? I understand the question, but what's the mean bias?
Bias, it's like you are more likely to go for one option because it makes more sense to you, because it's better for you, or it's because it's more beneficial to you. So this is bias.
Thank you.
Well, so I will go first.
Go ahead.
And I totally think that is based on money. This is the point. The pharma industry never lost. Never. They will never lose. So in a year in the economic increase, in a year with economic developing, don't matter what is the problem, pharmacy is one economic that will always increase, because they have this power, and this is something that is needed today. So it's something that is not optional. Yeah, they do that because they are improving this, because they are earning money in this. So I believe with the first part, but not with the second part. So they are based on money, and they have money in that. So they develop more and more methods and techniques to have more and more money. So yes, they are developing to have money, but they are developing the medicine. But the second part, so about this, so if they try to improve that, to turn this the conventional because don't have so money, I don't believe too much. I think yes, they can work in that, improve that. This is also good. This resolves. So this also resolve the problems. This also solve the problems. So they are equal. They are equal, literally equal, but they will influence the one that they have money involved. So they always force us to use this side when they are earning something. So, but they are developing together. So I think is something that is okay for the moment. They are earning money, but they are developing also.
Yeah, it's like it is focused on money, but the money also prompts, is also boosting the discovery and the improving, right, of new medicines, new stuff. So like it's, yeah, I understand. Like it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense, at least to me. What do you guys think? Ricardo, do you think?
I think the big companies have money, marketing, a lot of doctors to say you must to follow this prescription. And so for me, everything in your life, unfortunately, is monetized today. Everything is monetized. Even other kinds of medicine.
Yes.
Just think about to gain money. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
that's
I
our
think,
society.
There are any kind of people. I think there are bad people and good people. I think if you are a evil person that's the owner of this company, this guy probably you try any kind of situation to earn more money. I think is the reality. It's not possible to avoid. Sometimes this guy use some methods not so honest. So I think but this industry have I think is one of the most profitable of this world. I think is difficult to think another industry that receive more money. So in our account, in our world, if someone have so much money, that's the medical industry. So in this case, these guys could do anything, and there are some another person that do these things to earn more money yet. I think so. In this case, I think it's necessary to pay attention, because sometimes there are some weird situations.
Yeah, there are some situations that are really shady. You're like,
Yeah.
that would not really cool. Yeah.
There are some, how do you say, conspiracy theory. Oh,
Yeah.
the same industry release the devil, and it's possible to solve this problem using my medicine. There are a lot of people tell about this, but I don't know. I think is, how do you say, I know the bad and the good things of this world. So in this case, it's necessary to pay attention, because a long time ago, I watched a news on the TV, and the guy was painting the beans to, I think he buy a carioquinha beans, and painting the beans to sell to another kind of food is more expensive. So in this
Christ.
world, in this world is possible to anything, in my opinion.
Anything goes, right? Yeah, no, that's marquee. All right.
Yeah.
And so for us to finish here, João, what do you think? Do you think the medical industry is money biased?
Oh, I think money is more important than lives for the pharmaceutical industry. For example, Visa. Yeah. So I know something.
I think he froze. We can hear you.
I think yes, because I don't
Hello.
listen to. Okay.
Oh, now we can
Oh.
hear you.
I think the connection. Okay. Até onde vocês me ouviram?
You said because, and then you started explaining the reason, and we didn't hear you anymore.
Because I think the any variables pharmaceutical industries using use money in front of the live. So for example, in time ago, I don't know when, but the missile of the country, I don't know, Ukraine or Russian, lance, I don't know, lançou para. Can I see? Can I talk Portuguese? So little.
I feel, yeah, if you don't remember the word, you can throw it in Portuguese in the middle. Then there's no problem.
É que lançaram um míssil da Ucrânia e mataram não sei quantos cientistas que iam para um local para tratar a AIDS. Para tratar não, mas para comprovar a eficácia de um medicamento que poderia servir para tratar a AIDS. Então, tipo assim, de fato, existe esse interesse. Desculpa estar falando português, tá? Mas é só porque eu não. Como
No,
já está
yeah.
com tempo, eu não sabia se eu ia me estender muito falando. Mas
No problem.
uma orientadora minha já tratou da malária, enfim, e ela tinha tudo basicamente descrito para um tratamento, um fármaco que fosse eficaz, só que a Anvisa não liberou, porque a gente sabe que é por questões de dinheiro mesmo.
Financial, yeah.
Então, se eu não voltar aqui, você já sabe.
No, it was really nice to meet you. If the boogeyman of the pharma companies get you, I'm sorry. But know that you spoke the truth. If you're watching this video right now, you know what's happening. Don't let them shut us. Don't let them.
Don't put you on the Bye, guys.
But yeah, it's money biased, and like in a way, it's not bad because money is needed for innovation and it's needed for research and it's needed to improve it. But it's also murky. It's difficult because it's always going to be influenced by money, and sometimes you're going to have better options. And we could have already improved and found new ways of alternative treatments using plants, using other stuff, but it's not interesting to the companies because it's going to make them lose money. It's going to make them lose revenue. Why would I only get 50% profit because I have to use natural materials that are much more expensive if I can get 150% profit if I just use chemicals? So, it's good from one side because it prompts economy, it prompts discovery, it prompts research. Bad for the other side because these research and this economy is never going to be focused on the actual better treatment or in the actual well-being of the patients. It's going to always be focused on profit. So.
Yeah, it's sad, but what can we do? We don't do nothing for it. Protest.
Yes. And then we've got Jefferson's prescription here. Honey, saffron, black pepper, and lemon. What is it for?
I use this every day.
Every day?
Yeah, saffron and saffron.
But what is it for? Like enhancing your immune system?
Yeah. I feel very comfortable with this every day. My immunity. It's better. It's better. And never forget about what Ricardo said. You have to think about your health.
Yeah.
Mental health, I think, is the big problem today. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Relax, stay calm, play beer, play cards, play soccer, and walk a lot.
Yes. We start by the basics, right? Practice some exercise, lead a good life, a relaxing life, drink water, and come to TNT.
And sleep.
And sleep if you can. No, if you can, I'll sleep.
Yeah.
If you can, just sleep.
Eu não sei o que está acontecendo, eu tô falando isso toda hora. Sleep. I really good talk with you guys. So I'm using the free free week, yeah, for the platform. So I'm keep going. Talvez eu continue a usar. Maybe
Oh, that's really good.
So, eu realmente estou achando eficiente. Eu estou melhorando muito o inglês. Então, assim, muito obrigado aí, gente, pela conversa.
We thank you for participating with us, for bringing your insights, for bringing a point of view here to our discussion, to make it better, to make it more interesting. We are very happy to be able to help you with your English as well, and we hope to keep seeing you around here, okay?
Okay.
If you need anything, hit us up on WhatsApp. We probably already got in touch with you. If you need any questions, any help, we're there to help you, buddy. And hope to see you around more often.
Okay.
Guys,
guys,
I just left. Go ahead.
I have to go, my friends.
Yeah, we all do. I just left the link for the feedback here in the chat. Domo arigato. Thank you all for participating. Have an amazing day. And I see you guys in our next immersion. Okay.
Bye, guys.
Thank you and